Good evening, and we are so glad to have you back with us. Tonight, we're going to be talking about transportation. I know everybody out there that's watching this show is interested in the transportation that we have, but tonight you're going to learn so much more about what's going on in public transportation. We have some exciting guests for you. So I'm going to say again, I need you to make sure you have pens, paper, and write down a lot of information because you're not going to be able to take it all in. And I know you want to call our guests maybe to follow up on something, ask questions, or something else. So again, let's sit back and enjoy our outstanding guests with a lot of knowledge about transportation. And we're going to start off with Eric Whalen. Eric is the Director of Operations for the Pahrump Valley Public Transportation. He's going to give you a lot of information. So Eric, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tom, and good afternoon. Pahrump Valley Public Transportation, as many of you know, we've been in operations for 4 years now, going on 4 years. A lot of people said it couldn't be done and it wasn't needed, and we have proven otherwise. We're very proud to serve the community, and we provide 100 to 120 trips per day for the local residents.
Now, you're talking about all the people in the Pahrump Valley. Do we go beyond the Pahrump Valley?
Currently, we do not, but coming fall 2021, we will be including Beatty and Amargosa into our service area.
Eric, this sounds so good. And like you were saying at the beginning, many people doubted that we could even get this far. So how long have we really been in operation?
For three and a half years, basically, we've been in operations. The work before we got our operations running, that goes back all the way 10 years before we got this up and running. And we're very proud to have done it, and we have a very successful program that we're running. Currently, we are completing our NDOT grant. That'll be a 2-year cycle. That'll set us up for the next 2 years of operations.
Can you say a little bit more about that grant? What does it do? What does it provide?
It provides funding, about 70% of the funding required for operations that we can run our program, and then we have to come up with the other 30% of our local match, and that's done through contract revenues, donations, fares, things of that nature.
Well, you mentioned fares. What are the fares?
A fare is $3 per trip for local trips. So if you wanted to make a round trip, it'd be a $6 for the round trip. And that doesn't matter what part of town you live in. If you live on the far south or the far north, it's still $3 a fare.
So if a person wanted to take transportation, where do they go to get on the transportation?
Well, they can call our offices at 775-751-6860 and schedule their appointments. For local transportation, we do require a 48-hour minimum advance notice so we can get you onto the schedule. We do go to Vegas 5 days a week, and that is a $25 round trip fee, and we need 2 weeks notice for that. And you can also visit our website, and that is going to be PahrumpValleyTransit.com. We just got that up and running this week. There's a lot of useful information on there, some download forms if you need them, upcoming events, just a basic overview of our entire operation.
I like what you're saying. I'm just wondering, there are some people out there that they've heard that they need to provide 24 hours notice before they can ride the transportation. The reason for that is because you actually come to them. Is that correct?
Yes, we offer a curb-to-curb service.
Curb to curb, that's their house.
Yes.
So you pick them up at their house, take them back to their house.
Yes, absolutely. No bus stops or anything like that.
You're talking $3 each way. This is fantastic.
Yes. We currently have 12 drivers on staff. I have myself as the Director of Operations, and Deborah Lindholm is my administrative assistant, and Marcy is our dispatcher. And our offices are open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can reach us there through any of that time. The offices are closed on the weekends. We will soon have the ability to schedule appointments online. So when you visit our website, you'll be able to make reservations online, and then we'll call back and confirm and make sure everything's good.
Oh, and that makes it even easier.
Yes. And also on the website, if you have a smartphone, there's a little thing you can click on, and then you can add it to your homepage. So if you ever need to call us, all you got to do is just click that little link and take you directly to it.
Eric, you're making it too easy for us now. I love it. So we've been in operation for, you said 3.5, 4 years.
Yes.
And I know it was very difficult getting started with a lot of the naysayers saying it couldn't be done. But we've proven now that it can be done, and the support of the people. What kind of accolades do you get when from the people, from your riders?
I would say 99% of our riders are extremely pleased with our service and so grateful that it's out there. A lot of these people depended on other resources for their transportation, and that was just not economically feasible for them. We've offered a safe, affordable, reliable transportation for the entire community.
You know, one thing I've noticed, I think anybody driving around Pahrump during the summer, we always saw people walking with bags, and sometimes the motorists would stop and give them a ride because just seeing somebody walk in the hot sun was always difficult. We don't see a lot of that anymore. People are now walking because they just enjoy walking. But for those that need transportation, it's there and available. It makes a big difference for our entire community.
Yes, and and our transportation provides people getting to their jobs, to educational purposes. Medical appointments. We cover everything, grocery shopping, or leisure activities. Even if they just want to go to the casino for a little while, we'll gladly take them there.
Well, we've talked somewhat about the service area, but what area do you actually cover? Now, you mentioned some trips to Las Vegas and some trips around the valley. But when you talk about service area, please explain that for the audience.
Okay, our service area currently consists of all of Pahrump, Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. Later this fall, we'll be adding Beatty and Amargosa to our service area.
Excellent.
And we're hoping that we can hook up, we're going to go up and speak with the people in Tonopah and find out if they can bring their residents down to Beatty, and that way we can even further link Tonopah to Beatty to Pahrump.
We have our viewing audience is all over NYE County as well as Clark County. So we have people that are going to be watching this in all those areas. And I know this is exciting for them. It's exciting for us because we're witnessing it, from a baby on. So now we're moving into the teenage years, I'm going to say. So we're still learning more about it as teenagers do, and we're growing.
Yes, definitely are growing. In 2017, our ridership numbers were right around 8,500. Last year, we were over 20,000.
Wow. Say that one more time. I think people want to hear that again.
In 2017, our ridership was just a little over 8,000 riders. And last year, our ridership numbers were over 20,000. And, when you can take into consideration the community is 45,000 people, roughly, and we completed 20,000 rides for them, I mean, that's a milestone.
I love it. I love hearing statistics like that. That shows the progress and the success of the overall program. And it's all because of people like you and your team that have put this together. The committee itself, how many people do you have on your committee?
It varies from time to time, but we have 4 board members, myself included, and we also have many representatives from the community. Previous Commissioner John Koenig will be on our board.
Excellent.
And that'll be some great input.
And John Koenig has been with you from the beginning, hasn't he?
Oh, yes, he has been a very
Okay.
strong proponent of our program from day one.
Accolades to John.
Yes, John has been outstanding.
Okay.
And I'd like to, thank Nye County RTC for their support of our program and pushing forward and backing us and supporting us in what we can do. That way we can provide better vehicles for all of our passengers.
You know, the RTC is very important, and a lot of people don't know what they do or anything else. We probably won't go into that, but the RTC is there to help us, along with all 5 commissioners. And so we'd also like to thank the 5 commissioners for their support as well.
Yes, definitely.
What else would you like to add that the people need to know about Pahrump Valley Public Transportation?
We are here just to make your life easier. We are here to provide safe, reliable transportation at a very affordable rate. We do have the drawback that we do require 48-hour notice, but if you go shopping once a week, just schedule a week ahead of time. We'll gladly get you there. All of our drivers are certified in defensive driving, bloodborne pathogens, CPR certified. We go through extensive training for all of our drivers.
What about handicapped?
Most of our vehicles are ADA accessible. They all have lifts on them, so they are wheelchair accessible.
Yeah.
And please, if you are wheelchair bound, please note that when you're making a reservation so we can be sure to accommodate you.
You know, Eric, as I hear more and more about the public transportation, I'm so excited about it because I know the needs of the people are being met. And it's taken a lot to get to where we are, but we're here. And we just want to thank the people for their support because it wouldn't happen if they had not supported it. But they are supporting it, and they're supporting it in a mighty way. Now, we're going to be moving into our next session, and we're going to have our chair of our Transportation Committee, and she's going to tell you more about what's going on as we move forward with transportation. So come back and join us. Welcome back. We're so glad to have you back with us. And for this session, we have Michelle Caird. She actually cared enough to be here with us today, and she's the chair of the Transportation Committee. So she's going to tell us a lot about what's going on from the inside workings. And because she's also running for something else, she's very busy in our community. We're also going to let her tell about what else she's running for. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Well, Tom, it's a pleasure to be here this evening, and thank you for making sure that we have a program about transportation here in the Pahrump Valley. It's a true vital service that is being used not only now by seniors and veterans, but mothers and fathers and our kids are using it. It's just exactly that, public transportation that's there for everyone to use, and it's been a true blessing for our community.
Michelle, I'm going to hit you with a question. I said I wouldn't do any gotcha questions, but I do have this one. For discounts, do we have any discounts for the students? You mentioned the students. Or do we have any discounts for veterans or any other discounts? And if you're not sure about that, I know they can find out on the website.
Yes, I would direct them to the website because
Okay.
I would not want to give misinformation or just have them call the number of 775-751-6860 and ask if there are any discounts available for students and veterans. But we are working really hard to keep our rates of $3 a ride very, very low cost for folks. So we hope that helps out in all areas.
I'm sure it does, and I'm sure it will. But since, as the chair of the Transportation Committee, tell us all about what's going on and what we can do to help you make this even better.
Well, Tom, that's great. We'd love to see more community members involved in the Transportation Committee. We are applying for our 501c3, which will make us a nonprofit organization of Pahrump Valley Public Transportation, and that will open a lot of doors for us. Our entity has been around for a while, as Eric said, but now we're expanding further and further. We've had great support from the community and great support from our community, our county commissioners who have been there, along with Nevada Department of Transportation. So we're looking at expanding out into other areas of NYE County, which will help our outlying areas to get into Pahrump and to be able to shop and come to medical appointments. We're very, very proud of the staff at Pahrump Valley Public Transportation who, during the COVID pandemic, were there for people. We had 26,000 rides provided over the last year when many of the Nevada transportation companies were shutting down and not providing transportation during a time when people truly, truly needed to be able to either go get their medications, pick up groceries, and that's exactly what they're here for. You can plan 2 days ahead of time. You know you can make your grocery list up, give Pahrump Valley Public Transportation a call, and they'll come pick you up, drop you off at the grocery store. You can go grocery shopping, come out, and then they'll take you home. So a 2-day notice for most things is not much to ask, and they're very, very accommodating. As Eric said, they'll come right to your doorstep and drop you off right back at your doorstep. So in the hot, hot months, you don't have to walk a long distance and suffer through all that heat that we are having coming up here in the months of July, August here in Pahrump.
I really appreciate that. The other thing I have the question on is, what did you do differently to get through the pandemic that other companies did not do?
I think it was just our mindset that we decided that we would figure out how to make it work instead of just saying no. Our drivers are extremely dedicated and our staff is extremely dedicated, and we found out what are we going to need to do, what are the precautions we're going to need to take to make it safe for our riders, safe for our staff. And our staff came through and they did that. And so we kept right on going and even expanded our hours and provided the rides that were oh so needed during that time period. We cleaned our vans excessively so that we would meet standards. Our staff all wore masks. They stayed healthy. If there was any sign of anything, they stayed home. But they just persevered and kept providing those rides that were needed during that very difficult time for all of us.
That is great to hear. The dedication, you just don't find that everywhere. And the fact that you stayed open and continued to run when other areas were shut down, this is just fantastic. And we're just proud of you and the entire organization for making it work. So thanks to you. Kudos to you as well.
Well, kudos to the community for continuing to support us. As many have said, there were naysayers that this was not what was needed. We'd, of course, love to see a bus system, but we know that that's not going to work in Pahrump. We are way too spread out, and the ridership isn't there for a specific route. And we have found that this works really well for both the people and for our organization. The way we're going to keep building our organization is through more rides. And to do that, we're going to need more vehicles, which we are looking at getting. And again, with the support of Nevada Department of Transportation and our county commissioners, we're looking at getting more vans. When we get more vans, we are also able then to get more drivers to provide more rides. And the really nice thing about our vehicles is that For a long time, you would see the larger passenger vans that would seat, 16, 20 passengers. We're now having smaller vehicles that are more economical and are more comfortable to ride in, come right to your door and pick you up.
This is great. Again, I'm just amazed at the things that we've gone through to get to where we are. And I know the committee has been diligent and standing firm and making sure we could get this done. And like you said, there were so many naysayers that said it's not possible. And yet we stuck with it, and here we have this public transportation that people are amazed at and they're so thankful for.
They are, Tom, and I think the word is getting out slowly. One writer tells somebody else, whenever I go anywhere and someone says, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get to my doctor's appointment, or I don't know how I'm going to go get something, let me tell you, the first words out of my mouth are, call Pahrump Valley Public Transportation for $3. They'll take you there. You can do whatever you need to do, and they'll pick you up and take you back home. So for $6, it's less than having to maintain a car, worry about parking it, worrying about tires, worrying about insurance. You have that nice transportation available to you with just a 2-day notice. Or if you need to go to Vegas, of course, 2-week notice, and you can go to Vegas, $25 round trip. It just makes life so much nicer. And the nice part is it's not just for medical appointments, but for any appointment you need, or anything you need in town, you can go. You can go to the park if you need to. You can go to a restaurant and go out and have a nice meal and then come home for $6 transportation. So we're hoping that there's more and more people that are going to be using our services.
And that's what it's all about. We have it here for you, and you've got to use it. And as Michelle said, it's expanding, it's growing. And the more people that use it, then we'll be getting more and more vans, and more rides are available. Al, I know Eric already covered this, Michelle, but how many vans do we have? Do you remember?
No, I know that he's looking at 2 more, so I'm sorry, I don't know how many vans. That's Eric's department. He's so good at doing that, so.
And he gave the number, and I just don't remember. I didn't write it down. But I'm hoping the people, as I keep telling them, always write down things, and so you can ask these questions. And Eric gave the number that you can call and ask him, and that was 775-751-6860. And you can ask that question, or you can go to the website and find out exactly what's going on. How many vans do you have? How many small vans? How many are wheelchair accessible? All those questions you can ask. And as he said, things are improving. You'll be able to use your smartphone to request a van to come pick you up for transportation around town, or even schedule a trip to Las Vegas and back. So, Michelle, I think it's great, and I am so thankful that you're here giving us all of this information.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you again for the opportunity to be here. It's a way that we need to get out the word to everybody in Pahrump that we're here for them. And again, building on what you said, people need to go to our website and check it out. Our minutes from our meetings are there. If you have any suggestions, any ideas, we would love to hear them. You're more than welcome to call the office and let us know how we can improve our service or any ideas you may have. Or come to one of our meetings. The meeting dates are posted on our website. We'd love to see you there and hear from you directly.
Okay, and Michelle, you're running for another office, and as we close this session, can you tell us quickly what that is?
Yes, I'm running for District 1, Valley Electric Association's Board of Directors. It's for the position that is encompassing everybody south of 372. So I have about 10,000 members in my district, and we just encourage everybody to get out and vote for the Valley Electric Board of Directors positions.
Okay. We are so thankful that Michelle is willing to share herself not only with transportation, but with Valley Electric as well, and all the other things that she's doing for our community. We're thankful for the information she's provided tonight, remember too to go to the website or call the phone number if you have any questions or anything about public transportation. Now we're going to go into our next session and you'll find out even more about public transportation. Come back and join us. Welcome back. Look, we're in sessions 3 and 4 and we have a new guest and she's going to be telling us a lot about transportation as well. Her name is Annie Brucato, and before I even introduce you to her, I just want to say Annie is from my hometown. Everybody knows I'm from Chicago, and she's from Chicago. Hey, homie, what's going on? Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Good evening. And hey, homie. I am from Chicago, and I miss home, but I'm loving the weather here. So it has been a true treat to be here in Nye County, and I am the substance misuse specialist and transportation coordinator hired on through the Nye Communities Coalition.
And we are so glad to have you as part of Transportation Committee. You add so much to it, and you've got so much information. So I guess initially we want to start off by having you give us an overall picture of what the transportation situation is all about in our area.
Thanks, Tom. I think that a lot of people have this misconception here in Nye County that we do not have transportation services, and that couldn't be any further from the truth. To be honest, there are a lot of different transportation programs here in Nye County. And starting with, we have Integrity Taxi. They've been around for a while and they're wonderful. Their hours of operation are from 8 to 5, and they're open 7 days a week, even through the pandemic. But you can also schedule and call it and schedule a time well before or after those hours as well. And of course, pricing varies. They also do have transportation to Las Vegas, but you would have to call and schedule that as well. And they are also looking to hire 2 new drivers. And as soon as things open up a little bit more with the pandemic, they'll be hiring more drivers than that. So they have been extremely busy. I could provide that phone number for you if you'd like for Integrity Taxi. The number is 775-751-1111. That's just one provider that we have here that has been a wonderful provider of services in the Pahrump area in Nye County. And then we also have Pahrump Valley Public Transportation. Wonderful, wonderful. We're in their 4th year of service. Their phone number is 775-751-6860. And their hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday from 8 to 4. And you can call to schedule a ride from curb to curb. So they will come to you and pick you up at your home and take you wherever you need to go. And I believe that there is a $3 fee each way, but you don't have to use it each way. You could just get dropped off somewhere if you need be, and that would just be $3. And for people 12 and under, it's free to ride on public transportation through Pahrump Valley Public Trans. And also they're doing something new, leisure rides from Pahrump to Las Vegas and back. It's a $25 flat rate, and they have partnered with Southern Nevada Transit Coalition. There's no fare transfer charge once you arrive in Las Vegas, which is really nice. These are leisure ride trips. For $25, you can't really beat it. I mean, if you want to go to a movie, if you want to do shopping, go to a casino, see a show, go to a doctor's appointment, go to a restaurant, all these nice things that, you know, they're providing for $25. It's just a really great deal. And then we have the Pahrump Senior Center. Their phone number is 775-727-5008, and their extension is 3 for transportation. You can ask for Jeff. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. They also provide Las Vegas rides for medical appointments only. The cost is $20, which is a suggested donation only, and that's through the Pahrump Senior Center. If you have questions, you can call the number that I provided. And then we have the Disabled American Veterans. That's a van service, and the cost is free. The phone number is 775-209-0126 for the van service. And then we have VetTrans, and we also have some really exciting news with VetTrans. But first, I'll give you their information. Their phone number is 775-572-8387. The cost is free, and it's for medical and pharmaceutical needs only for our vets, the first Monday and Friday of each month and the third Monday and Friday of each month. They do provide medical trips to Las Vegas, to and from, so that's really, really wonderful. And some of the exciting news that's going on with VetTrans is that Pahrump Valley Transportation will be taking over the Nevada Department of Veteran Services transportation program. And this transition will happen around September of this year, and this will open up ride accessibility. So it's super exciting. We're very excited about this. And then another provider that we have is Medical Transportation Management, or MTM. And that phone number is 844-879-7341. If anybody has any questions about any type of transportation needs or questions on how to get a hold of anybody, you guys can always call me. My phone number is with the coalition, and it is 775-727-9970, extension 239.
You know, and listening to that, Annie, you provided information that I did not know. And I thought I knew a lot about what's going on in transportation. This is a wealth of knowledge, and I sure hope everybody was writing down that information as you presented. It was on the screen, and they should have been able to write down the phone numbers and everything else. But give your phone number one more time.
Sure. I'm with the NYE Communities Coalition, and my phone number, you can call me directly. My phone number is 775-727-9970, extension 239. My name is Annie, and I'm the transportation coordinator through the NYE Communities Coalition. I can help navigate if somebody has any questions about a website. I know that Pahrump Valley Transit has now, their website is up and running. It's beautiful. But if people need assistance with that, they are more than welcome to contact me. Their website is www.pahrump-valley-transit.com. So you could go on there, but I'm more than willing and more than happy to help anybody who has any questions or needs any information or navigation through any of those services. We also do have Uber and Lyft ride shares here. They're not here 100% of the time, but if you download the apps, it will show you if there is a driver in the area that is available.
You know, I'm just amazed. I'm blown away with all this information that you're providing. This has not been, I don't think anybody has put it together as well as you have, no matter where we look. You can find some of that information, but to find everything that you've just presented to us, I have not seen that put together anywhere. So Annie, I thank you for providing that information. What else do you want to tell our listening audience about all the transportation that's available?
Well, thank you, Tom. I really appreciate it. It's really nice to have everything kind of put together in one spot. And you can find all of this information on the NYE Communities Coalition page. And we have our newsletter that comes out every month. All of the information on there is updated monthly. So anything that falls off or is added or any new information, we're constantly getting new information and things changing because of the pandemic. So I always encourage everybody to either just simply call me or call the coalition, or you can even go on the website and look at the newsletter monthly. And once you look at that, you can see that everything on there it's up to date. Just a lot of really cool things happening, and I'm really excited to provide that service to our community. I love this community.
What is the coalition website again?
It is www.nyecc.org. Okay,
I hope everybody's got that. Please write it down. Look at those websites. A lot of information available. As Annie was presenting it to us, I was just thinking about all all the transportation information that's here. And this is all the information that's available to you. So please take advantage of it. She's got it there. You're more than welcome to call her as well. She's provided her private number several times. Of course, we're going to ask for that one more time. But I want you to go ahead and write this down, because if you have any questions, call Annie. Look at the websites. She's provided a couple websites, one for Pahrump Valley Public Transportation and one for NYE Communities Coalition. And it's there. So to say, I don't know, I don't have the information, no more excuses. It's there and it's available. Annie, want to give your number one more time?
I will. Annie Brucato at the NYE Communities Coalition. My direct number is 775-727-9970, extension 239. And also I can provide my email address as well. It's annie@nyecc.org.
Would you give that last part again? I'm thinking some people might have missed it.
Sure. Annie@nyecc.org. And my direct number is 775-727-9970, extension 239.
Very good. Very good. With so much transportation available to our community, and now people don't have to walk in the hot sun, and people don't have to be dragging grocery bags with frozen foods or dairy products in the hot sun and have it spoil on the way home. You know, these are things that transportation has compensated for and makes it so readily available to all of us. So I'm going to encourage you to take advantage of everything that Annie just gave us. Please write it down. Please be in touch with them and use the transportation. That's why it's there. So Annie, as we close this session, is there anything else you'd like to close with?
Just please contact us if you have any questions about transportation. I would be more than happy to assist anybody who needs some coordination or has any questions in regards to the transportation services that we provide here in NYE County and Pahrump. We're expanding and things are changing daily. So I just encourage everybody to, you know, definitely take a look, give us a call. And thank you so much, Tom. I really appreciate it.
Okay, come back and join us for our final session. Thank you. I have Annie Brucato with us, my homegirl from Chicago. I'm so glad to say that. You know, I've worked with Annie on several different meetings at our transportation committee and never knew she was from Chicago. So I'll be picking on her more often now. But anyway, there are a lot of things that we did cover in the last session that she wanted to cover. So we're going to go ahead and pick it up in this session, and she's going to tell you all about some things that are going on. So Annie, again, welcome back, and tell us more.
Thank you, Tom, my fellow Chicagoan. That's too funny that you didn't even realize I was from Chicago.
No.
But it's always nice to have somebody that is from back home. It's really warming. I love it. But I love my community here in Pahrump and NYE County. Everybody is just wonderful. I'm going to start off the conversation. We're talking about transportation. However, I did want to mention that tomorrow, if your unemployment is running out and you need a job today and you want to get paid each week and you're looking for full-time work, we do have employers at the NYE Communities Coalition who want to hire people. So if you want to learn more, there's a hiring event tomorrow at the NYE Communities Coalition. Their address is 1020 East Wilson Road, and please come prepared for an interview and to complete an application. You can be hired the same day.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing that tons of jobs are opening up, and we have a huge job board at the NYE Communities Coalition. So
That is great.
I encourage everybody to definitely come and take a look because, you know, unfortunately during these times, you know, people are really struggling with work. So we will help you with with that situation as well.
Okay, that sounds. Hey, if you're ready for a job, don't forget they're doing it tomorrow. Be ready, be prepared, and if you have any questions, you can call Annie and ask her. Look, you said that's going on tomorrow. Tell me more, and she can do that. So give your number one more time, Annie.
I will. My number is it's 775-727-9970, extension 239, and that's Annie with the NYE Communities Coalition, and I can navigate and get you to the correct person that you would need to speak with in regards to employment or any type of different positions. Also, Integrity Taxi is hiring as well. They're hiring 2 full-time drivers currently, so you might want to give them a buzz as well. Definitely. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Annie. Now, what else do you have?
Well, we are super excited to announce. This is a very big announcement. This is so cool. And
Drum roll, please.
oh my goodness, it has been in the making and it has been delayed, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, but now it is opened wide up. Exciting news, as of March 15th, 2021, the Nevada Department of Transportation is pleased to announce intercity bus services through Salt Lake Express, now servicing Nevada. So this is a leisure bus. It's almost like I don't want to say a Greyhound, but it's very luxury, nice transportation vehicles. They have multiple stops all the way from up north. So this is a service that you literally would go online as if you were almost booking a airline reservation. It's a bus reservation, and you will go on there and you will pull up all the different areas where you will be traveling from throughout the state of Nevada, and they will show you all the different stops, and pricing is subjected to dates, times. It's all different. It is a user-friendly website, and I will give you the website address. That is, trying to think here. The website address for that service is www.saltlakeexpress.com. www.saltlakeexpress.com. And I also have a phone number, intercity bus services through Salt Lake Express. Their phone number is 208-656-8824. And if anybody has any issues with trying to navigate that website, I could certainly assist anybody who would need assistance with that. But I could also go over some of the schedules and stops and times. Super cool. If you would like that as well, Tom, is that cool?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I will start with, they have a Las Vegas to Reno schedule. So from Las Vegas, you would have your connection from SLE at 2:10 p.m. And then you would depart Las Vegas Airport. So this will go from the airport, from McCarran Airport, 2:55 p.m. and to 3:05 p.m. And then it goes up to Pahrump, 4:05 p.m. Is when it arrives at Pahrump, and that would be at the Nugget. Also, some of the places have a ticketing agent. Some of the other places just have a kiosk. You could also purchase your ticket online. If you need help with that, I can assist you with that as well. I'm trying to see here. There's no kiosk right now at the Las Vegas Airport. There's no kiosk right now at the Pahrump Nugget. There's no kiosk this time at Beatty, Death Valley Nut and Candy Company. That's also a stop. Tonopah Station Casino, there is a kiosk will be installed at this location. We're still waiting.
Annie, at those places where they don't have a kiosk, does that mean that there will be a ticket agent there?
There is not a ticket agent there at this time. They would have to probably purchase their ticket online.
Got you. Okay.
Yep. Hawthorne at the El Capitan Casino, no kiosk at this time. Fallon, Jackson Chevron, there's no kiosk there. Fernley, the Flying J, there's no kiosk at this time. The RTC Centennial Plaza in Sparks, there is a ticketing agent there. The Reno Tahoe Airport, there is no kiosk at this time. And there are 2 kiosks, route boarding locations for Elko, Twin Falls. There's the Amtrak and the Red Lion, and there will be a kiosk installed at the Red Lion in Elko. Wells Flying J, there's no kiosk at this time. Jackpot Cactus Pete's Resort Casino in Jackpot, Nevada, a kiosk will be installed. Magic Valley Regional Airport, there is no kiosk at this time. Twin Falls Greyhound Bus Station, there's no kiosk at this time, but there is a plan to have a ticket agent at that location as well, and that's in Blue Lakes, Twin Falls, Idaho. Elko to Salt Lake City boarding locations is the Amtrak platform. There's no kiosk at this time. The Red Lion, yes, a kiosk will be installed there. At the Lake Point Flying J, there's no kiosk at this time. That's in Utah. And Salt Lake City International Airport, there's a ticketing agent there. And Salt Lake City Greyhound Bus Station, there is a ticketing agent there. So this is going all over the place, but we're super excited because, of course, it's in Nevada. And we did have a bus service before, but we've been waiting to get one. And this is kind of a pilot thing. We're going to try it for a little bit and see how it works, and hopefully it could be extended. It's very exciting. People are booking tickets and traveling that way. So it's really nice. It's a very nice option to have, especially for college students up in Reno.
I think this is truly outstanding. And when I first heard about it, I just wanted to know more. So I know our listening audience, our viewing audience, has taken this information down. And let's hope they're going to go ahead and jump right in. Again, how would they go on the website and they can find out all the information they have there, or they can call you?
Yes. So they can go on the website, and the website is www.saltlakeexpress.com, or their direct phone number is area code 208-656-8824, or you can give me a call over at the NYE Communities Coalition. And my number to contact me is 775-727-9970, extension 239. And I will be happy to assist in any type of navigating or questions that you may have. It would be my pleasure to assist, absolutely.
Now, this is truly outstanding. We've had a full evening of listening to things on transportation and finding out more and more about what's available. With the 3 guests that we've had today, including Annie, I have to say, I've learned a lot, and I hope all of you have also learned a lot and are willing to just step forward and say, look, this is something that I can use. This is something that's going to benefit me, my family, and my community. So that's what it's all about. That's why we're here, and that's why we're providing this information to you, so that you can also share it with others. There are many people that still don't know we have public transportation, and you can let them know. So help your friends, help your family. And as Annie said earlier, even though we're from Chicago, this is our home now, and this is the place we love. This is the place we're planning to stay. So we want to do everything we can to do our part, and your part is to share this information that we provided with all of your family, friends, and anybody else that could use it. So, Annie, what else can we tell them?
Well, gosh, Tom, I know with the summer months coming up, especially, we have very, very hot summers here. Yeah. So I always encourage people, there are options out there. Please, especially our elderly community, do not be walking in 115-degree heat.
Amen.
It is just, it really is horrible to be doing that, especially when there's all these options. And if you're just not sure and you just have a question, please call me over at the NYE Communities Coalition, and I'll be glad to answer whatever questions you have in regards to services and assistance. There's tons of things out there that people have no clue about. So please contact me, and I can direct you as to any information that you may need or that I can provide, definitely.
Well, again, we're just so excited to have all of this information. I knew there were a lot of changes coming down the pike. I didn't know exactly how much, and to see all of it coming. The information that Eric Whalen gave us in session 1 and Michelle Carrot in session 2 provided that. And then we have Annie Brucato from Chicago, who provided a wealth of information for all of us. So I'm going to encourage you to follow up on everything that's been provided and come back and join us for our next show. And take care.